everybody, welcome to our last day at Spikes Asia. I'm Robert Sawatsky, I'm here with Babur Khan Javed and Olivia Parker. And it's day 3, the last day of Spikes. I think
I loved it. I loved it. It was great.
You were on the in focus stage the entire time, basically managing things and listening to everything. What was your favorite?
Introducing people. I can't really pinpoint one specific favorite, but today's favorite was the founder of Mindscapes, and he brought up something that I'm really passionate about. He talked about breaking clutter in your marketing campaigns, and one of the interesting ways he went about it was that you should own the problem of your business or your brand or your product, and then make that your marketing messages and just stick to it. So, for example, there's certain beer brands that they only taste good after a few seconds of opening the can. And that is sometimes a problem.
I don't know. It usually tastes pretty good.
Well,
more than a few seconds. But.
I wouldn't know. I'm not the expert at all. I'm just taking his word for it. So yeah, he mentioned like there's one particular beer brand that if you open the can, it takes a while for the taste to really kick in. So you have to wait for certain good things to happen. You have to wait for good things in life, and they apply that for one of their campaigns where the ad doesn't start when it's supposed to start. There's like a set amount of time when the ad starts and you expect something to happen and nothing happens. 5 seconds go by and then the ad starts itself. The way they set it up, just for Guinness. And that was a big thing. So good things take time for us. And then there's one, I'm forgetting the name right now, but there's some cheese and yogurt brand in the UK. Apparently it's called Maritime. Yeah, brilliant. And they have apparently a terrible taste to them. I think I've had it once, and they ended up using that in a positive angle in their campaigns. But not everyone liked it. So what ended up happening was, as a result of that campaign, which still runs today, people end up trying it just for the sake of figuring out whether they would like it or not.
Well, that's like Buckley's mixture, which was like a cough medicine. It's like, it tastes awful and it works. That was their tagline, is like, everyone knows it tastes horrible and yeah, you're curious.
So that was his whole angle. He just said that if you have a problem in your business, own it, and I hate that word, but the millennials and the people of this generation, they can detect advertising really quickly, and they need some unique messaging. So if every single brand is talking about how great they are, and you come out and say that, yeah, we have problems and we own it and we admit that we have problems, it stands out and people will remember your ad more likely and maybe trust you more likely. So I really like that. It's a very unique messaging and the way of going about it.
How about you, Olivia? What did you like today?
My best of today, I did go to a talk about millennials by Hakihodo, the team there. They said that people go about messaging to millennials all wrong, and the big thing that they've identified, which is pretty obvious when you think about it, is that you need to divide millennials into 2 different categories, they said. Those who were born in the 80s, those who were born in the 90s, the two interact with brands very differently. And I thought one thing that was obvious, or that was sort of obvious but only when I think about it now, is that millennials who were born in the 80s, they care a lot about how they look on social media, so they might spend a long time making filters for their Instagrams, and they'll only post a picture if they think it posts with the best light. Whereas millennials who were born in the 90s and younger, their whole thing is just like, post something that's like in the moment, it's unfiltered, it's like much more real.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, right,
I'll take your word for it, but it's the other way around at my house.
Right.
My sister will go through like every filter to get that one with the tiara on the head and the lazy eyes. I don't know what it's called, but it's something. I don't do that. You can see my pictures. I'm horrible, oily, and anyway.
I'm pretty sure the 90s millennials have not fully abandoned filters though. Like, I think they're just as vain as others. Anyway, so that was one thing I thought was interesting. The other thing was I had a good chat with Kent Wertheim, who's the co-CEO of Ogilvy, and he was presenting a report that Ogilvy brought out last year. It's called their Velocity 12 report, which is about 12 economies that he thinks are going to lead growth in the world, but 8 of them are in Asia. So he said he wants the industry to stop thinking of these economies as emerging economies. He said he hates that term because it's condescending and it's colonial. And he said these are already like, some of them are $1 billion economies, so we need to think of them as leading countries. And he also said he'd like the industry to stand together and in the way that they think about growth, because the ad industry, we should be the ones that clients are going to learn about growth and growth in the economy and growth in consumers, but actually people are more likely now to go to bankers, financial advisors. So he wanted the industry to kind of reclaim knowledge about what that means for consumers. So
It's interesting that even now, like, emerging markets seems to have a negative connotation, whereas that was supposed to be a whole improvement on the third world country, which used to have like a clear, tier ranking. But anyways, emerging, some would say emerging as to what, right? There's different categories, different emerging. In some fields, you're leading in others, right? So completely changed that. My highlight today was at the Innovation Lab, and I went to a segment that was put on by JWT and the Beijing Linglong company, which makes like the best named product in China, the Linglong Ding Dong, which is basically it's a catchy title, but it's like an Alexa. It's a home networking solution, so home activation, so you talk to it, etc. But they came with a bunch of research about why everyone is falling in love with voice activation, and literally they were saying people were falling in love. In fact, there was a survey that said 29% of those users that have this voice activation in their home had sexual fantasies about the voice that was talking to them. It's quite interesting. Another stat was that a Microsoft device in China, basically 25% or a quarter of the people were saying, at some point said, I love you to it. Now, whether or not they were just doing it as a farce, who knows? But anyways, the point being, people are literally falling in love with these devices. One, making their lives easier, but also, they were saying it's like, the importance of it is that people are crave intimacy, and these things are becoming so helpful that they're part of your family. They're there to provide all kinds of things for you. So obviously the big takeaway for brands was, they want to be involved and they want to be part of your family, right? Who doesn't? So the interesting thing is next month, and he gave us a sneak preview of a Nestle device. So it's a Nestle voice activated voice assistant, and the way you activate it is by saying Nestle, Nestle, which again, brand recognition, you have to recall that every time, say Nestle every time you want to talk to it. And then it comes already with a list of instructions, recipes, and things that you can order, other Nestle products that you can order. It will also help you with all your other things too, but it also is has built-in functions in terms of family wellness and that kind of thing. Also, they will give it away if you buy, say 5 big cans of Nestle milk powder, because that stuff is expensive and people tend to stick with one brand, and that can become quite a big buy. So they'll actually give it to you away. These things, they're selling them quite reasonably at like 299 renminbi. So that's it's quite affordable. So brands are really kind of reaching out to get this in people's homes, and then have the ability to kind of quickly buy their products. So you can see that that's one kind of way. Another way is they're looking at kind of putting them in hotel rooms, in like luxury hotel rooms. And then brands will pay basically to have themselves ranked higher on these like concierge services that are voice activated in rooms, right? So if people ask for recommendations for restaurants, maybe the local restaurants in the area will all compete to basically have themselves up as the first suggestion on these things, right? So, but it's also kind of like bigger brands and local businesses. You can see how it all applies. So it's already coming. It's already like coming quite fast. There was another one that kind of related to, strictly medical, advice to people. And again, this was seen as another way that it helps nurture families, etc. But I asked, I was like, why do you need all these different devices? One for food, one for... They're like, you don't. You obviously need many, but every brand wants to just brand it in a certain way, right? And that would make sense. So anyways, all this is coming. People are falling in love with their voice activation. It's coming soon.
Right. I find it interesting that Nestle would go for Nestle as the opening tone for the morning. Yeah. I would rather go for Nescafe to associate breakfast with like coffee or something of the sort. Nestle is like milk in the morning. You won't get anything for it.
It should, yeah. Obviously, there would be some working together. I mean, that was the other part of it. It was like you could work together with your other devices, connect with internet things. The medical device could connect with your wearables to basically tell you it's like you have a temperature, better see the doctor, order drugs for you automatically, all that sort of stuff. Anyways,
it's interesting to see that with voice devices, the way you optimize for high ranking right now would only be the SCM version. You're paying so that you're ranked higher. It's a bidding war, I guess. And is that happening on a real-time basis, or is it like...
Yeah, it's interesting to see. I mean, also just the ethics of it, just because, there may be a search that, really might be a bit better suited to you, but if someone pays for it, then, it comes in ahead.
Yeah.
And that kind of really gets to be an issue on the medical side. If you're getting medical information from advice, it better be the right information, and it better not be based on what drug company is, you know, putting their stuff in there. So, anyways, all that stuff would be really interesting. Anyways, that's it. It's the end of Spikes. Anyways, we had a great time while we're here.
Yeah.
And actually tonight is the Spikes Awards, so we're actually heading over there real soon. And we'll be also posting all the Spikes winners on campaignage.com. So make sure you check in for that tonight.
And on Twitter. All of the winners are going to be on Twitter as well.
Exactly. We'll be tweeting it all out live as the show goes on. Anyways, from all of us here at Spikes, thanks so much.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.